and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for opening the video. I'm Claudia, and with me today I have
Tony Ann. Hi everyone.
Tony Ann. As you know, Tony Ann and I are all about real estate, ladies and gentlemen, and we live in beautiful Jamaica. Today I am in Portmore. Portmore is officially a city for me. I just love it. Everything is over here. As I pull up into Portmore here, I'm at the
KFC.
KFC is on my left.
I remember when this was built.
You remember when KFC was built? You're that old.
I know, right?
Burger King to my right. You also have a new gambling facility, Cash Whiz.
And Captain's Bakery is over here.
And Captain's Bakery. You remember Captain bread, man, the 5-pound bread?
And especially when it was hot.
When it was hot. Oh, them still can't get it in there hot.
Yeah, but I gave her bread.
Yeah, it's just that way of giving up bread, guys. So we missed that Captain Bakery. But
remember when I used to skate over here?
Yeah, the skating ring was over there. I think a new skating ring is gonna come into Portmore soon too, you know.
I don't think my legs can manage it.
You know, you have courts, and you have Tasty on my left. Ladies and gentlemen, Portmore, big things is gonna happen in Portmore. I'll tell you about that in another video. But you have to prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen, for these changes. If I turn left down this road, I end up at Mega Mart. I'm not going to Mega Mart.
When Mega Mart came, that was a game changer for the island.
Game changer,
and
yes.
before we used to just have these little supermarkets, and then Mega Mart came, and then all of a sudden everybody has a big supermarket now.
Right, I tell you, game changer. And you know, the truth is, if you have enough game changers in your life progresses so quickly. I've had a lot of game changers. I'm going to talk to you about that in another video. If you need to have game changers in your life, ladies and gentlemen.
Or be the game changer.
Or, right, be the game changer, you know. So I'm heading over onto the Edgewater Bridge here now. So Edgewater is on my left, and I have Bridge View is on my right, where they built some townhouses. I just sold the Edgewater for, how much was it? 15.5 million? Was it
15.5?
15.5 million. I sold the Edgewater 3-bedroom.
And I sold a Passage Fort for 12.5.
Right, Tony and sold a Passage Fort for 12.5. So, sellers, if you have a property in Portmore, you want us to sell it for you, give us a call now. Alright, but today though, we're going to talk about the budget that the Prime Minister just announced, the 2019-2020 budget. And the theme this year is
Building a New Jamaica.
Building a New Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, you have to jump on. If you were sitting alone wondering what to do, then make that be a theme, no man.
I know the Prime Minister is very clear. He says we're building a new Jamaica.
Yeah, you can't want it any clearer than that, people. If you don't know what the government is about, you know now. Building a new Jamaica.
And he's talking literally building.
Right. So tell me what he said in his own words. What did he say in the budget?
He said, now is the time to build a house. Now is the time to buy a house. Now is the time to make that crucial investment in your life. Now is the time to be optimistic about the future.
Wow. He was pretty clear.
Right. And I really like the last part. Now is the time to be optimistic about the future. I think a lot of people in Jamaica had lost hope along the way, and his message is clear, saying that we should now be optimistic going forward. Right.
But you know, the truth is, every time you wake up, you must be optimistic. In the mornings, as I open my eye, I said, yes, I have an opportunity to do something new today, something else today I can do. So people, be optimistic every day of your life when you wake up, right? Every single day, every minute of the day.
And if you don't know what to do, just listen to the Prime Minister. He said, build a house.
Yes, listen to the Prime Minister. Build a house. So for those of you who have built already, those of you who are still building, those of you who haven't built yet.
So those of you who are wondering if you should build.
Yes. And that is everybody we cover now, you know. Who build already, who don't build yet, who wonder if them fi build, who never have no hope fi build. We are telling you now, just as the Prime Minister is saying, now is the time to build a house. So everything you do from now on must be towards that. Make that be one of your dreams, right? So what is he doing? What has he done to this budget? And you know, this is one of the first budgets I've actually seen where the government of Jamaica has given us back some stuff, you know?
This is one of the first budget that you're optimistic about the future.
Right, you know what I mean? And we're gonna put the speech below, guys, so that you click on it, listen to the Prime Minister's speech, you know? When they came last year, or was it the year before, they did give us back. They gave us back a 1.5 million. They gave us a threshold of 1.5 million. So what did that mean? At the time, the threshold was 500 or something. So that meant that anything under 500,000 that you earn, you didn't have to pay 25% of your taxes on it. But they moved it to 1.5 million. So that means up to 1.5 million now, you don't have to pay 25%. So you literally saved some money, guys. Literally.
Mom, not to break you, but what's happening on this road?
This road is I'm trying to remember the name. I think it's the Port Henderson Road. And this one is going to be a dual carriageway. Can you believe it? Dual carriageway coming up Portmore. So not only are they triple carriageway, the Bandela, and they're dualing the Constant Spring Road, right? And they're dualing Hagley Park Road. But people them come up Portmore and I do the same thing. Can
they
you
know
believe
something
it?
that we don't know.
What them know that you don't know? You know that the man said now is the time to build.
But by widening the road, they're making way for more people.
Exactly. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to do another video, and we're going to talk about that's coming, right? Because I understand that there are about anywhere between 15 to 17,000 houses will be coming in Portmore, people. Boy, I hope that listen to me and did I sign up on the NHD.
So the little city going to try and turn into a country.
Oh my goodness. So Portmore, you know, it's a Portmore bigger than some countries, right?
Yeah.
Portmore have must be 300,000 people now, I think. Wow. Some countries only have 100,000, 200,000. So listen to me, Portmore is not no dibby place, you know. Portmore a big place. Some of you shun Portmore. You know, you shun Portmore. Now go over this. I remember I told them.
I know.
And can't even afford to live in a Portmore now. What you talking about?
I know, Portmore is so expensive.
So expensive now.
I know, I literally had a client the other day. He's like, you know what, I like Portmore and I like Portmore. So I showed him the prices of what's in Portmore. Alright? He's like, I can't afford Portmore.
You know? Because he waited too long.
Waited too long.
Alright, so what the Prime Minister have in store for you now with this budget? Remember I talk about the National Housing Trust, people. National Housing Trust, that's a company, that's a game changer. I have Marine Park on my right. Coming up, I have one of the big call centers on Marine Park is on my left. Call center is on my right. The Conduent call center. They're also in Montego Bay.
Remember when there were e-services?
Right, and there were Xerox before that.
Yeah.
So can you imagine them coming in and making some money? So guys, for the Prime Minister, National Housing Trust, through the National Housing Trust, well, not only will the National Housing Trust building more houses, but they want you to build as well, right? So they have lowered your interest rates now. So interest rates, you're getting a 1% drop in interest rate. So like me, who was paying 6%, I would have now been paying 5%. And if I didn't know them, I would drop it, I wouldn't pay off my NHT.
But what does that mean for me who's still paying an NHT?
Right, so you're paying at 4%.
Right.
So you're going to be paying 3%.
3%, no.
No, right. So you're going to get back some money, but don't eat all that money. Just make it keep paying the NHT, right? So you get a 1% drop. So if you were at 6%, you're going to pay 5. If you're at 5, you're going to pay 4, and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, so the Prime Minister is giving you back some money so you can go do what now? Change the toilet. Put in granite countertop. Alright. What else have they done? So they have also raised the lower limit. So the lower limit meant that you were entitled to a grant, guys. That's what it meant. So now it means that the $15,000 per week, those of you earning $15,000 per week and below, you're now entitled to a grant of $2.5 million.
Oh, so before NHT was saying, you don't earn enough for us to even give you a loan. We're just gonna give you some money.
Right? We're just gonna give you $2.5 million. How about trying to go for the money? There we go. How many of you have gone for that grant, guys? And of course, it depends on your age to get that kind of a grant. I'm gonna turn into Greater Portmore. Remember Greater Portmore? 10,000 houses came here. The quads, the 2-bedrooms, the quads that some people line up a stadium and go buy. Some people never line up. I still not own a house today. So when the quad was 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, they still never buy one. How much for a quad now?
$6 million.
$6 million. Oh my goodness, $6 million.
$6 million for 4 walls.
4 walls, a little kitchenette and a little bathroom. But if you did listen and go buy the place from them time, then you would have did have a $6 million, even if you never change the door. Correct?
I know, because some people are literally selling the raw quad now.
Yes.
Change out the terrazzo.
Yes. No, they didn't come with any tiles. I've sold quads without tiles.
What? Just concrete?
Just concrete.
Oh my God.
Just concrete. They got. Now they might get bossy-gated community. Okay? So you have any excuse of a buy house?
None.
None. All right. And the quads, as we're talking about the quads, remember what happened with the quads? Right? So, all right, we'll tell you about the quads later. But listen now. So you can get the grant now, right? If you're earning $15,000 per week or less, ladies and gentlemen. So that's $60,000 per month and below. You can get a grant. So Tony man, chow, you know someone should have make to earn over $60,000 and below, and I get $2.5 million free now, man. What was I thinking, man? All right, so they have done that, right? And they have reduced the interest rate. So now what they're saying is that basically now, because they have lowered these interest rates to 1% and they've also raised the upper limit, they say combined the impact with those two things, the shift in the upper limit as well as the 1% increase, the effective rate may be as high as 3% in some instances, right?
Oh.
Yeah, so persons earning the 15 and below will get 0% interest rate. Can you imagine not paying no interest? You just have to take the people their money and I pay them back monthly. Can you imagine?
For 20 years.
For 20 years or more, right? 40 years or more. Those persons earning between $22,000 and $32,000, your interest rate instead of 4% is going to be 1%. Can you imagine? Those of you with between $32,000 and $50,000, instead of 5%, your interest rate will be 3%. And those of you who over 50,000, that means you earn like 200,000 a month, instead of 6%, you're going to pay 5%. Where else in Jamaica you can get that kind of interest rate?
So basically, now
sign up the NHT.
Mortgages are now easier to pay back now.
Much easier, people.
It's like paying rent.
It's like paying rent, right? Yeah. First mortgage I took was at 19.75 from Victoria Mutual in the year 1989. It's a good thing it was high. It's a good thing I never know nothing about mortgage. They did fool them time. Them never know nothing. They did too young for even know what going. Some don't have too much sense now. That's why they take the mortgage. Alright. So what else has the NHT? What else has the Prime Minister done through the NHT that you're going to benefit from? So the benefit has now moved from $5.5 million to $6.5 million.
Yay!
Yes, I wish I was building now. I could have get $6.5 million.
But I'm cautiously optimistic about that.
Yes, cautiously optimistic. Me too. Why is that, Tony?
Because historically, when the benefit from NHT moves, prices go up. So it's almost like still just evens out the same
thing, yeah.
Same thing.
It has an inflationary effect. We're in real estate, so why we say that? We're in real estate. We're selling real estate from 2008, right? Because I sold a quad in 2008, I think it was, or 2009. I sold it for $2.8 million. Same quad in a Portmore.
That was your first sale in real estate?
That was my first. No, that wasn't my first sale. My first sale was in Corvette Gardens. But my first sale in quad in Portmore that one was $2.8 million. And remember, so many persons run me down for buy that place there, you know.
Line up.
Yes, and at that time, the NHT benefit was at $3 million. Then the next quad that I sold was 4.5 NHT million. Benefit was 4.5 million. So the quad I sold was 4.5, the benefit was 4.5. Then I sold another quad for 5.5 million. And the benefit was 5.5 million. So every time the benefit moves, now quads are at 6 million. So the Prime Minister says 6.5 million is the benefit. Those quads are going to run to 6.5 million. So if you want a quad, you better buy it now before the price move.
And these are unimproved quads.
These are unimproved. I mean, so all of those that are sold, not even the door them change. Can you imagine? Not even the door. Alright guys, so I'm now at what we know as Down Beholding, and they're going to, all of this will be a new development, so I'll talk about that in another video. What else have they done? They've also said to you now that you can do intergenerational mortgages. Big word. Intergenerational mortgages. What does that mean? Younger siblings now, brothers and sisters or younger children that you might have can now carry your mortgage obligation, right?
Whose mortgage obligation?
The beneficiary. So let us say me. So I'm your mother.
That's a question.
Yeah, that's a question. So I'm now 50 years old, right?
That's the age we're working with.
Right. So I'm 50 and I want a mortgage. So she's now giving mortgages up to age 70. But when they do the maths up to the age 70, they realize that
the mortgage big.
The mortgage too high. Monthly payment is too high. So them can't give me the loan because I may only be earning $50,000 and the mortgage is $50,000, so I can't pay it.
Okay.
So what the Prime Minister has done now, he said, okay, let us go with intergenerational. So they're going to stretch the mortgage to 60 years now. So instead of 40 years, they're stretching it to 60 years. I would only have 20 years left that I could possibly pay a mortgage.
Right.
So they would say, okay, let us only use 1/3. So it's 20 over 60, that's 1/3. So that 1/3 will be factored into the required payment for me, right?
Right.
Alright, so let me just show. This is Phoenix, what's it called?
Park. Phoenix Park.
Phoenix Park. So Phoenix Park is a new development in Portmore, ladies and gentlemen. So you notice now. You notice the new schemes in Portmore that have gone up over the couple of years. They're all gated. Look, you're going to have a security. I can't go through that gate, right?
Not sure if I like the barbed wire on the top though.
Let's see if they have a model unit in here. The barbed wire at the top is so that people don't jump over the fence and breach it, which is a real concern in Jamaica. But we'll try our best, eh? Security, how are you? I don't actually live in here. I'm trying to find out where the model unit is.
You're at the wrong entrance.
Where is it supposed to be?
Just back up a car is coming.
And
let me give you some information. Come on this side.
Alright.
No man, don't
Oh.
come on this side.
Okay.
Stop. Come over here.
Morning, how are you?
You're going back that side, like you're going Spanish Town. Where you pass some food for the poor house.
Right.
Alright, you'll see a sign. So you pass it, you see a sign like this.
Right.
Just turn left and go around.
I'm going around. Alright, cool. And they're open right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
10 till 4.
Okay. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, so this is one of the options that you can look out for in Portmore. Phoenix Park, Bernard Lodge is one of the 17,000 houses that will be coming over here, right? So this is actually for, this is the Gore people, right? Is it? And they look like they have already started handing over. So people living at the scheme and all of that already, right?
This one's probably sold out.
Probably sold out this phase here, right? All right, so we're talking about intergenerational mortgages. Now, what they want is for the mortgager or the beneficiary, the NHT beneficiary, that is the person who is going to take the loan and buy the house. They want that person to present an heir who is younger, a younger sibling or a child, right? Who agrees to repay the outstanding cost of the asset, which will be adjusted to the current values, right? One of the terms and conditions is that the beneficiary must occupy the premises for a period, right? And they're also suggesting that this cycle can be repeated for other siblings down the road. Now, I have mixed feelings about this one, because I know a little bit about loan amortization. Paying for a property for 60 years, you don't even start, you don't even touch the principal yet. All you're paying is interest. For the first 50 or so years, all you're paying is interest. You haven't started canceling down this loan, right?
What kind of person would benefit from a loan like this?
It would be somebody who's older. Somebody maybe like myself in my age group. I'm 53 now, am I? I think so. I don't remember my age, but I'm over 50, right? So somebody who's over 50, over 60, someone who may not be earning enough to when they take the $6.5 million loan, to can make the payback, monthly payback. They're not earning enough in real terms to be able to make the monthly payback. So they would want a sibling, a brother or sister, or a child to step in to say, listen, okay, let us say they're only 20 years they can pay, or 15 years. Then that person is going to take over this mortgage afterwards.
Okay.
Right. But why I have mixed feelings? I have 2 children, right? And I know a lot of you are in my position. To have 2 children, actually have 2 baby fathers, people. And even so, let us say I have 2 or 3 children. One steps in and he's the heir. Have I disinherited my other children?
Yes, because the heir, as they put it, is now going to be paying the balance of that mortgage. So technically it's their house.
Technically it's their house. So like if you were the person who I said, okay, Tonya, you come in with this with me, you will take over the mortgage after 20 years, up to the 40, the 60 years. You're paying this mortgage. I would have disinherited Rachel Boo, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Rachel could not come now and say, Tonya, I'm to get half of this house. And you know, as siblings, as siblings, my children, you would be entitled to benefit from my estate, right?
Right. Does it affect the heir, as they're called? Why do you even call it that? The heir getting an NHT loan?
Well, that
separate?
I don't know if it affects the heir getting the loan separate. That I don't know. Oh, okay, guys. So you hear she told me where to the model unit is. So let me see now. So you turn here, so. And you come down. And she said keep left. Okay. So the model unit is down here. We might not get into this model unit today, but you can investigate it afterwards, right? So, okay, so I'm still having mixed feelings about this heir thing, you know, because I'm thinking now, okay, so you have a father now who is, he have 4 baby mother. He chooses one of these children to be the heir or to go in on this thing with him. So one to the rest of the children, them get left.
It seems that way.
Yeah, because if it's only one house him ever buy, him can't will the house or the property to the other children. It's gonna look kind of unfair too. Is it really? Well, the one person helped him to achieve it.
So rightly so, they should probably get it.
Rightly so, they should benefit from it. I don't know if it works.
But what if at the time the other children are young? Other siblings are really young and would not have been able to help even if they had a choice. Even
if they had a choice. Yeah, what if they're young? Okay, guys, so see, we just pull up and you see all the tractors and everything here. So this is basically where the model unit would be. So you can come and check out these Phoenix Park Vista at Gore. For Gore is doing it, all right? And you're going to have more solutions coming. But are you ready? Have you signed up your NHT? Have you called myself and said, Miss D, help me put in this thing? Some of you have, some of you still sitting waiting. All right, so, but we're still talking about intergenerational mortgages. As I say, I have my concerns about it. I don't know if I would want my children to be paying a mortgage for 60 years. What I think may be better is if you do take the intergenerational mortgage, just the same, but your children, let your 2 or 3 or 4 children step in and pay a portion of it and pay it to the principal, right?
So what was the part where NHT said that at the end of the 20 years, which is your portion, they would recalculate?
I hear that too. They would recalculate it at market rate, at the current values. The outstanding cost of the asset, which would be adjusted to the current values. So if I buy this property at 6.5 million
and it's now valued $20 million in 20 years.
In 20 years, what are they readjusting? And they have already loaned me the 6.5 million. I would still only be owing them you would still only be owing them 6.5 million. I can tell you that. After 20 years, if you take a 60-year mortgage, you will still owe them $6.5 million.
Unless you were paying some extra money towards the principal.
Unless you were paying extra, right.
And that's where the kids would come into play.
And that's where I think children, siblings, that's where I think you need to come into play. You need to, instead of waiting for the 20 years to expand and you start paying your mortgage, you need to now put your money in and pay it on the principal from day one. When the mortgage starts, that way at the end of 20 years, you probably only owe 2 million.
Okay.
Or 1 million. So when they're doing their adjustments to current values.
And not only that, to me, but like if they assess now that you can afford to be the heir on this mortgage, it means you're probably earning decent enough pay. 20 years from now, you can't guarantee that?
No, you can't, because life has no guarantees. So you're earning now because they're not going to put a child on this. They're going to put somebody over 18,
right,
who would supposed to be earning some money, right?
Right.
So I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to take intergenerational, and I think you should, I don't think you should scoff at the idea. I think you should take it, because if it's the only way for mama and daddy get in our house, remember, this house 20 years from now is going to be yours. This
classifies under build on own land too? So if
yes,
they have the land already and need to build something to put mommy on, then
you can still work. It can work as long as mommy is paying her NHT.
Okay.
Right? And also it will work 2 years from now, because remember, if you're overseas, contribute for 2 years and you will get the benefit. Okay. So mommy and daddy, if you're overseas, you don't buy a house yet in Jamaica or anywhere, but you know you're coming home in 2 years or 3 years, start contributing so that 2 years from now you can take the loan, talk to your children, and they will come in with you and do this intergenerational mortgage.
But the aim is for the children to act now, so that the burden isn't on them solely in 20 years time.
20 years or 40 years time, because remember, you may take it on 20 years and then 20 more years still leave on this mortgage that your child have to take it up 3rd generation.
Yeah.
Right? So I believe in owning real estate outright. I don't want you to be paying for this real estate for 60 years. No. That's not how you build wealth. Alright?
I can understand the concept behind NHT, because if you're going to be paying a mortgage for 60 years, that means they have money in the bank to lend more people.
They do have the money. So I want you to take the loan, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to work together. Now, historically, Jamaicans don't work together well. Alright? We don't work together well. But I want you to get that out of your head, right? I want you to try and work together. Even if you have different fathers, different mothers, different whatever, that's just our culture kind of thing, you know. My children have 2 different fathers and they work very well together, right? Even if I did take an intergenerational mortgage, I'm sure Tony Ann would try her best to get Rachel involved, right?
Right.
So you have to work together. So So, so those are three things that the Prime Minister has announced.
Let's tell them what it was again. Intergenerational mortgage.
Right.
Increase the benefit to 6.5 million.
Right.
And a 1% reduction in mortgages across the board, right?
Right. What more you want? Want something else?
And last year, he gave you back the 20,000?
Last year he gave you back the threshold.
Yeah.
The threshold increased. So you already are paying less in income taxes. Now some of you took those monies and you went and you bought cars. I hope that's working for you. But I am really imploring you now. Now is the time to build
a house.
A house. In the Prime Minister's words, now is the time to build a house.
He was very specific. He said, go and build a house.
Very specific. You couldn't want no more instruction than that. Right?
You don't even have to wonder what he wants you to do. He said it.
He said it.
Go and build a house.
Alright? He said it. Now is the time. He also said now is the time to buy a house.
So if you can't do building, just go and buy it. And he's provided how much? 15,000? How much?
Where? Coming over here?
Yeah, in Portmore.
15,000 should it's 15,000. I have to go look it up. I keep saying it, but I think it's anywhere between 12 and 15,000.
Provided enough house.
Whole heap of house that.
Enough house.
Right? You have no excuse. Right? I wouldn't wait on these houses coming though, because
now you can go and don't pay on them now.
Right, but some of them haven't started yet. Some persons won't be able to buy any of these, you know. All them can afford is a quad.
True.
So don't wait on a bossy 2-bedroom in a gated community. All you can afford is a quad. Buy a quad, people. Alright. Why did I pull over here? I'm at Caribbean Estates. Caribbean Estates is one of the communities that was built years ago. It was 4.5 million and I did not buy it. And the office was right downstairs, my office in New Kingston. And I walked past it and I went in there, I got the brochures and everything, and I did not buy it, people.
Well, you can buy it now at 20 million.
20, oh my God.
For an unimproved 2-bedroom at Caribbean Estates.
Yeah, unimproved 2-bedroom Caribbean Estates. Can you believe it? Can you imagine? So, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you, remember, we're about the real estate. I want you to be great to yourself and buy real estate. I want you to be great to yourself and build real estate. Right? You need to give us a call at 876-292-6776. Subscribe to the channel so that you can see the new offerings coming up. Call us if you don't know how to sign up with National Housing Trust, whether you're in Jamaica or you live overseas. Also, I shouldn't tell you that those of you who live overseas, if you contributed to the trust any at all when you were here and you contributed for more than a year, you would have already qualified. All you need to do is sign up now and you would have been, it only takes you 1 year to be qualified.
Okay.
The 2 years is for persons who never ever contributed to the National Housing Trust. Alright? You see how Jamaica government not fling on nowhere? You see how we as Jamaicans don't fling on nowhere? We want you to own property here. It's not just for foreigners. It is for persons who have migrated and who still want to own a piece of Jamaica. I implore you. Also, deportees. I'm talking to deportees too. Yeah?
So
deportees,
even if you did runway.
Even if you did runway and them dip you now when you come back and you're a deportee from you have a job, from your work and you're self-employed, you do some construction, you do plumbing, you do all these things, you run a shop, you run a bar, whatever you're doing, you can still sign up for the National Housing Trust. You can still sign up. You have NIS, you have education, you have National Housing Trust. Those are the things you're going to be paying, right? Your NIS is a national insurance.
I think
That's
some people shy away from pain.
Why?
But it hurts them in the long run, you know.
It does. It hurts you. Just like how you shy away from paying for your child maintenance.
I know, and then when the child turn 18 and say, what? But you weren't no parent.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then guess what now? Intergenerational mortgage.
You might need it.
You might need it. So if you never did that take care of Johnny, and you reach 50 and 60 now. The fathers are noted for this. You reach 50 and 60 now and you never have nowhere if you live. If you did not take care of Johnny and Susie and Claudia, Etonian.
I know they could have come in with you on this deal now.
Right, they could say, okay, Claudia, I want you to help me now because my NHT said we can't get a loan and you take over the loan down the road. You see, people, so you must do what you're supposed to do. Right? You would have benefit greatly now from intergenerational mortgages. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I know it's been a long journey, but we want to thank you.
No, we don't want to thank them yet. Don't we have one more thing to show them?
What is that?
If they're going to live in Portmore, in the quad, Portmore has greatly improved in terms of plazas.
Oh, yes! People, you see all this I'm on? Dual carriageway. Everything is going to be expanded. Everything is going to be beautiful. You're not going to miss anything in St. Andrew. So those of you who are scoffed about, oh, I not live at Portmore. You might can't afford Portmore when them done.
I know, right?
Yeah, you can't afford it. I'm on the stretch with Monza.
And Daytona, I think?
Daytona. I've sold quads in here too. Monza. I remember I sell a man a quad in Monza. He was so happy. And this is a piece of pop down place, you know, not even light. When JPS come, them say, no, can't connect to this. This has to be rewired. Old pop down place. They might even have time on the floor. But we sold it, and we sold that one for 5 million, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
5 million. He's so happy with his property. And since then, he has sent lots of persons to me for me to help them out. Miss D, help them out. To my left is Portmore Country Club. Another great scheme done by the Wicon Housing, West Indies Home Contractors.
I actually like this scheme.
Yeah,
Nice
I like that scheme. Yeah, it's nice. They gave them 2-bedroom townhouses and they gave them 2-bedroom bungalows. I like that scheme. To my right, coming up is where it's gonna be the municipality's office. This is a Portmore municipality office, you know, people. If you never saw it, big and fabulous.
In Bossy.
Yeah, man, it's a bossy people, bossy. Some of you also have lands in Portmore that you haven't built on. Oh, this is a 100-man police station. 100-man police station. Guess it can hold 100 men. That's why they call it that. But don't get yourself in there. Some of you have also bought lands in Portmore Pines, Cedar Grove, Edgewater. Where else?
Further out to Hellshire.
Hellshire. Why haven't you built yet? You can call us. We're into construction. We will do the blueprints for you and we will get it going for you. Turn left here. So right here, right? They're built some plazas. So on my left is the Total gas station. Scotia Bank has put up a huge bank in Portmore now.
I remember when the Scotia went up, and it was like the only thing on the stretch.
On the stretch.
And I was like, why they put in the Scotia in the middle of nowhere?
Where, man? The Scotia have a plan. Scotia have vision. Let me fix the road I do, man. Fix the road, man. Man, skip. Come on, Mr. Prime Minister. Or you don't reach this road yet?
Maybe don't see it.
You don't see it, yeah, because this is back here, so Scotia back out some money where you take from me and fix the road, man. Alright, so in front of me, I drove here, so because there's a plaza, big one, Sovereign Village. Entering it from the back, actually. But the Sovereign Village, so Sovereign take out their money, people, and invest it. What about you? What you waiting on?
And not only did they take out their money, they invite all the big players to come to.
Yes, man.
Domino's, Wendy's, Monarch, Digicel. Everybody's here.
And these are all. I was in Wendy's yesterday. I had a salad. Their pecan salad is quite good, quite tasty.
Put more people going eat enough food.
Man, so they have. What else they have? They have Island Grill.
Yeah, I love Island Grill.
I love Island Grill. They have
Popeyes is here too.
Yeah.
Oh, supermarket, Progressive Foods.
Progressive Food. Big things go on. Jamaica Plumbing Supplies. They have fish pot, Tony. They have fish pot.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
No fish pot. They have Subway. Wow.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
They have Subway. Oh my goodness.
We just need what? A Mothers now?
We need a Mothers. Mothers! Why are you not in this plaza, Mothers? Are you building one for yourself, maybe? So, the Progressive Foods, big supermarket here on my right. Remember we're talking about Megamart
Yeah.
earlier. Game changer, guys. and I'm looking straight across, and that looks like an extension of the plaza again.
I wonder what's coming here.
I wonder what's coming here. This is nice. It looks nice and contemporary. Nice.
That's the other thing about Jamaica too, like architectural design have really stepped up.
Yeah, man, really stepped up. Look like the people them go foreign, go study and come back and I do them thing. When you doing that, Tony? When you and Rachel going to leave the roost, go and get some international experience.
I know you're trying to convince me to go to Canada
and come back to Jamaica and do great things.
Canada too cold.
Canada is cold, I know, but you're not going there to make bed. Don't go there and make bed. Go learn some things and come back, because the truth is, even like Rachel, who did civil engineer, you did some plumbing, you need some international standards, right?
Right.
Yeah, man, we need some international standards, and the only way maybe is to just migrate, get that done, and then you can come back. While you're at it, though, find yourself a husband and some children, man.
Definitely.
I need some grandchildren to start training some people. Listen now, what else we need to show them in Portmore? Portmore, you see, look, people have them fabulous houses and stuff over here. Portmore they're coming in, and it's going to be a game changer, guys. With so many houses, they're bringing all a hospital. They're bringing some schools too, I would imagine. You can't go wrong if you buy a property here. For those of you who had already bought the properties in Portmore, and you know,
oh, it's another mall.
It's another mall. Oh, the Sunshine Outlet Mall. That's what it is. Okay. Also, the tax office on my right. So the tax office is already here collecting the taxes. If you haven't paid your taxes, the tax office pays.
But you don't even have to go to tax office anymore. Their online system has greatly improved.
Right, you can use the online system.
Like this year, we didn't even join any line.
No. Don't send your tax money out here to pay people. Pay it online if you're overseas.
And you can pay all them online now.
Yeah, you can pay everything online. NHT, everything, education tax, everything. If you're overseas,
your property tax,
you don't pay education tax, and you only pay the National Housing Trust, right? Those of you who live permanently overseas, that's the only one you would pay, the National Housing Trust. And it's not a tax, it's a contribution, all right? That's what it is. And if you pay that contribution and you don't use it, then you can also
But I think they're a little easy. They're here, plus they put one just a stone throw away.
You see what I mean?
I guess if you bill it, the people will come.
Oh yes, and then back out their money. So people, what I tell you now, you need to. One thing though with the NHT though, NHT should allow you to own 2 houses. You know, I was saying to this, I went into Emancipation Park and I saw them. I say, listen, man, why you want to give me they want to give me a 2.5. You know, I paid off my loan, so they want to give me 2.5 million to go renovate the same house that I had bought. I said no.
But what they should probably do is, even if they give you the first and you know their interest rates are just lower than everybody else's, if you go back for a second mortgage, just make the interest rate a little higher. Right,
just give me the interest rate now at the new market rate.
Yeah.
Right. Why is it that they don't want me to own 2 houses? I don't get that kind of thinking. Come on, Mr. Prime Minister, your government. Open up your thinking, man. I should be able to take that 2.5 million and buy a piece of land, don't it?
Yeah.
And build. Or something like that. Or even join with one of my children and give it to them and say, okay, you buy a piece of land. Don't it?
Or maybe what they do is, like, if you got a home loan, a house loan first, then your next option is a land loan the second time you come back.
Or something like that. Yeah. So, I want, because in this new budget, I don't really see anything for me. I finished paying off my NHT. But, ladies and gentlemen, I need you now to, if you never did listen to me, I want you to listen to the Prime Minister. He says, now is the time
to build a house.
Now is the time
to buy a house.
Right. Now is the time
to make a crucial investment in your life.
Now is the time
to be optimistic about the future.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope we have given you enough so that you can pick up the phone and act now. 876-292-6776. That's also the WhatsApp number. And we want you to subscribe to the channel. That way you will get this and other great Real estate, remember, if you have a property to sell in Portmore, give us a call. You want to build, you have the land already. You want to build, give us a call. You have a house already, you want to renovate. Because you see new things coming, so you have to pretty up your house. Give us a call, right? You also want to buy a property, give us a call. Thank you so much. 876-292-6776.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.